Hello students, in this video we will study about Hall effect and derive expression for Hall coefficient. So first, Hall effect. According to Hall effect, when magnetic field is applied perpendicularly to the current carrying conductor, a voltage is developed in the direction perpendicular to both the current and the magnetic field. This effect is called Hall effect. That is, जब हम एक करंट कैरी कंडक्टर को मैग्नेटिक फील्ड अप्लाई करते हैं परपेंडिकुलर टू द करंट, देन एक वोल्टेज डेवलप होती है परपेंडिकुलर टू बोथ द करंट एंड द मैग्नेटिक फील्ड. So this effect is called Hall effect. The voltage so developed is called Hall voltage, denoted by VH, and due to this voltage an electric field is established called as Hall field, denoted by EH. To explain Hall effect, we consider a conductor in the form of a cuboid. That this is along y-axis, this is along x-axis, and this is along z-axis, and this is the origin. Now suppose that magnetic field is applied along z-axis and current is flowing along the positive x-axis. That is, हमने एक बैटरी अप्लाई की हुई है. इस बैटरी की वजह से जो करंट होगी वो फ्लो करेगी अलोंग द पॉजिटिव डायरेक्शन ऑफ एक्स एक्सिस. सो करंट इज फ्लोइंग अलोंग एक्स एक्सिस, magnetic field is along z axis. We know that in the current there are positive charge flowing in the direction of current. So positive charge is moving along positive x-axis and negative charge, that is electrons, is moving along negative x-axis, that is opposite to the current. Positive charge, negative charge. We know that according to Fleming's left hand rule, if charge is moving along x-axis with velocity v and magnetic field is along z-axis, then according to Fleming's left hand rule, charge will experience a force perpendicular to both the magnetic field and its motion, that is along y-axis. Charge is moving along positive x-axis, magnetic field is along positive z-axis, then force is perpendicular to both the z-axis and the x-axis, that is along y-axis. Now in this case the magnetic field is along z-axis, positive charge is moving along positive x-axis, so the charge will experience a force perpendicular to both x-axis and z-axis, that is along y-axis. So this charge will deflect towards y-axis and accumulate on the upper surface of this conductor. Similarly, electron is moving along negative x-axis from right to left, so it will experience a force towards negative y-axis and accumulate at the bottom फेस ऑफ द कंडक्टर. सो हमने देखा जब हम मैग्नेटिक फील्ड अप्लाई कर रहे हैं टू द करंट कैरिंग कंडक्टर परपेंडिकुलर टू द करंट, देन ए चार्ज विल एक्यूमुलेट ऑन द टू साइड्स ऑफ द कंडक्टर परपेंडिकुलर टू बोथ मैग्नेटिक फील्ड एंड द करंट. ड्यू टू दिस चार्ज ए पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस इज डेवलप्ड बिटवीन द top and the bottom face of the conductor, and This voltage is called Hall voltage, and due to this charge, an electric field is established between the faces, and that electric field is called Hall field. And this effect is known as Hall effect. Means when a magnetic field is applied to a current carrying conductor perpendicular to the current, then a voltage is developed perpendicular to both the current and the magnetic field. This effect is called Hall effect, and the voltage so developed is called Hall voltage, and due to the voltage an electric field is produced. That electric field is called Hall field. Now we will derive the expression for Hall coefficient. If we consider n-type semiconductor in which electrons are moving from right to left, then due to magnetic field the electron will experience magnetic force, that is given by magnetic force equal to E B V, because we know that magnetic force is equal to Q B cross B, or this equal to Q B B sine theta. In this case the magnetic field is perpendicular to the motion of the electron, so theta is 90 degree, so we get QBB. Again, due to Hall field, electron will experience electric force, and that force is given by Fe equal to charge into electric field, where H is the Hall field, and this force is in the direction opposite to the Hall field, because electrons are negatively charged particle and they move always opposite to the electric field. In equilibrium these two forces are equal, and hence we get in equilibrium Fm equal to Fe. This implies EBB equal to E into EH. On both sides E will cancel out, so we get V equal to EH upon B. Again, we know that the relation between current and velocity is given by I is equal to NEAV. So the current density is given by J is equal to I upon A. Put the value of I, we get NEAV upon A. A and A cancel out, so we get J is equal to NEV, where N is the concentration of electrons. Put the value of V. From first we get J is equal to NEEH upon B, or we can write EH upon JB equal to 1 upon NE. This term EH upon JB represent Hall coefficient, so we put EH upon JB equal to RH, called as Hall coefficient. Therefore we get RH equal to EH upon JB equal to 1 upon NE, or we can write RH equal to 1 upon NE. This is a required expression for Hall coefficient for n-type semiconductor. The charge carriers are electrons, that is negatively charged particles. So in this case Hall coefficient is negative and is written as RH equal to minus 1 upon NE. For a p-type semiconductor, the charge carriers are holes, that is positive charge particle, and in this case a Hall coefficient is positive, and is written as RH equal to 1 upon N E. So this is the required expression for Hall coefficient. Thank you.